Happy Halloween, boys and girls, and whatever you identify as. I am your host, Unomas, and today we are going down a list of some scary short films that were so good they got to have the Hollywood treatment. So come, gather around, grab your popcorn, pour yourself some lean, but don't give it to the wrong person because Lord knows it gets creepy from there. Let us dive right in. The Lights Out short film stars Loda Lawson, who is actually the wife of the director David F. Sandberg. Listen, the short film, in my opinion, was way better than the Hollywood rendition. The short just had me covering my eyes most, and it really had me on edge. So it all starts out with Loda getting ready for bed and walking down the hallway to turn off the light. But when she turns off the light, she sees an ominous and dark figure at the end of the hallway standing completely still.
What to do? Leave? Now leave, nigga!
Listen, I don't know about you, but if I knew for a fact that there were shadow people in my house, I'm using that reanimation jutsu and getting back Ed and Lorraine Warren. At least that way I won't have to deal with unlockable characters haunting me. So sure enough, she plays with the switch some more just to make sure she ain't tweaking. And sure enough, the dark figure comes closer and closer until it comes too close, and then she turns on the light again. These shadow people really think they're Danny Phantom or something.
He's a phantom.
So to prevent the lights from going off, she put tape on the switch so it stays on. Ah yes, good old-fashioned flex tape. So then she goes to bed, but she can't go to sleep because she's just too distracted from the hallway. But then the light bulb breaks and then quick fast footsteps are coming to her. And for those of you who actually sleep with the door open, what's actually wrong with you? So Loda is freaked out at this point and hides under the covers. Ah, a monster's only weakness. Bed covers. She hides until she hears something hit the floor, and when she peeks out a little bit to see, it's an extension cord. She's hesitant to poke her head out, but notices that the light in the hallway is suddenly back on. Feeling confused now, she gets the courage to poke her head out again, hears nothing, and... oh, Lord Jesus! Truly horrifying the first time I saw it. Now the movie, it just felt like any other don't be afraid of the dark kind of film. I won't spoil it, but if you're planning on having a terrible movie night for Halloween, sure, go watch Lights Out. Now some of you probably didn't notice, but the Saw franchise actually started out as a passion project by two fresh out of college filmmakers, none other than James Wan and Lee Whannell. So essentially, the same events as the first Saw movie happens in the short, just with a little change. Lee Whannell's character David, who wakes up in a room dazed and confused, and when he regains consciousness, he sees that he has a trap on his head. More specifically, a reverse bear trap that is hooked up to his upper and lower jaw. Now, unlike the movie, he ends up getting the trap off and escaping. Then goes to the police station and testifies about his experience, and then is asked by the police about the Jigsaw Killer. Watching the short was pretty interesting, especially the part where the clown comes in, because it obviously doesn't sound anything like John Kramer. Crazy to think how this short became a multi-million-dollar franchise. The first Saw movie was given a budget of $1.2 million and ended up making $103 million worldwide. Talk about dreaming big, huh? Smile is a pretty recent pick, but it did start off as a short, so I included it. So the short was titled Laura Hasn't Slept. So in the movie, Laura actually plays a minor role, but in the short, she's actually the protagonist. So the short begins with Laura talking to her therapist about this reoccurring dream she has, about a man who smiles at her, but it's not a friendly smile. It's a rather sinister smile, and every time she dreams about this man, it's not always the same person. Then the therapy session takes a twist and it turns out that Laura has been hallucinating the entire time. Now when this short ends, I really like how it builds the suspense for 3 whole minutes before concluding with a jump scare. And Laura's face falls apart. Yuck. Now when talking about the movie, it really complements the short well. It was confirmed by the director that the short actually plays as a prequel to the movie, so it completely makes sense when we see Laura in the movie. We could really see how this demonic entity really messed her up. And if you already seen the movie, well...
Next day, the motherfucker was dead.
2014's The Babadook revolves around a widowed mother living a peaceful life with her son. Everything seems to be going great for them until one night a mysterious book appeared in her child's room. She took the book and read it to her son, and soon after, terrifying events would unfold, as a menacing entity would take over their lives. A pretty terrifying film, I must say, but we have to go all the way back to 2005 to witness the first stage of what would eventually become The Babadook. The 2005 short film titled Monster, created by filmmaker Jennifer Kent. The same premise of the short is just as a movie, a mother protecting her child from the entity. In fact, the only change I saw was that instead of a book that's the cause of the whole thing, it's a doll. So the son goes on and on to the mother about how, oh, the doll said it's gonna eat me, it's gonna eat us. Naturally, the mother's a skeptic and tells the kid that, no, it's all in your dreams, it's all in your head. Now quit saying that or else, So one night they're both in bed, mother's reading him a story until all of a sudden, they're so rudely interrupted by you-know-who. Now in the movie, it actually takes a process before the Babadook would even reveal himself, but in the short, it already lives in the mother's closet for some reason. It's also one big wuss. I mean, the mother, screams at its face, tells him to go away, and he just goes back into the closet? She also treats this thing like a pet, leaving milk out for it. Woman, do you think this is Santa Claus?
Man, fuck them kids, bro.
But yes, I really do think The Babadook is a very terrifying film. It's definitely scared me the first time I saw it. So if you guys also want to watch that on Halloween, I recommend. Those are just few of many short films that went on to have the Hollywood treatment. If you like the shorts that I listed, please give this video a like and comment down below. Hope you all have a safe and fun Halloween. Please check your kids' candy, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a spooky one.